In this game, Yingzhi was playing black and Cezary was playing white. A normal opening. Good move, of course. And maybe Cezary expects white to answer, expects black to answer here. Of course, it's a very big move, but black doesn't. It's also possible. Black plays elsewhere, and then white thinks, okay, so now it's my time to play this move. Can it be a mistake? I think it cannot. It's a very proper move, right? White didn't play there, so we play there. But black attaches, black continues, and what should white do now? White played Hane. It looks very Joseki-like, right? We have some Josekis like this. This Joseki. And then cut. Or maybe also this Joseki. And then also cut. And then there is, for example, such a crazy variation. So that's probably why Cezary chose this move. But now it's a bit difficult because black has two stones nearby. Black cuts, and now white plays a typical continuation like this. But unfortunately, this time the ladder doesn't work. Another problem is that we already strengthened black. So what should we do now? White chooses to still fight with what is left, but the position becomes quite difficult for white. White is now enclosed, we could say. White needs to try to live on this small area, and in fact, white lives only in Ko. But I think that even if it would have been a clear life, if black gets the outside and the corner, black might be satisfied. Some attachment to Shimari Q7 instead of N3. Yes, Q7 is a good idea. So white could play here, and then if black plays here, then we will go there. If black plays here, then all right, we can still do something later. For now, we can play this one. I don't know. Or maybe another attachment. Maybe this attachment, if black plays here, white plays here. If black plays here, white plays here. And black doesn't have any local answer, which is good. So yeah, probably attachment was best. But is it good for black? Well, I think it's for white. I mean, I think it's acceptable, but maybe not super convincing. Was anything done incorrectly before? Well, I think yes. Maybe this move is incorrect. Maybe white can just go up. If black plays here, then we are very, very happy that we didn't make this exchange. But well, black has also the other option. Black can go here. And if we go here, then we just die. That would be too bad. Now we cannot, there is not much agi left because of the help of the Q3 stone. Well, but white has a possibility to play here and here. Who is this variation good for? I must say that I don't know. I am a bit afraid that it might be better for black because black has a Ponuki, and in white shape there is still a weakness. Black can still try to harass white shape a bit, but that's some variation. Maybe white should be open at thinking of such variation, and this was a bit crude play. But difficult for me to say which is better. Anyway, I think that I would be likely to play this one. Or maybe instead of this move, we could play something different. We could play this one. And maybe white thought that, oh, this is not so interesting, because we just let black connect and got what? Well, in fact, we got something. We pushed black down to the third line, and if we didn't play here, then black was very likely to go up to the fourth line. Moreover, in this variation, our stones got much stronger. And there is also some agi in the corner, which appeared there. But our stones certainly got stronger. We got some wall. It's all right. We did it in Sentem. We don't need to be ashamed of creating such a wall. So this move might be a little bit much. And then, well, if this is our continuation, and then we still try like this, then probably we should have thought of all of it now and now choose a move. Or maybe even before this move. Because if this is the only variation which we can see and we don't like that variation, then maybe there is some other option. Maybe play further, maybe invade, maybe attach. There is no ladder, so we might attach. The attachment is an option. And then play here and then play there. Maybe. Maybe like this. It strengthens black. It is not often played, this combination, but it exists. K3 ladder works for white. After this, K3 ladder works for white. K3 instead of L4. Attachment. And then what? Go back. Push black down to the second line. Maybe. And the ladder Liqua is talking about is this one. But this ladder is not likely to happen. Black will go from below. Well, maybe it's also a possibility. I don't know. Anyway, the first move cannot be a mistake. The next move might be a slight mistake. The continuation is a bit difficult to choose, so it might be already a mistake, even if it's not a bad move, like because we put ourselves in a difficult situation. Also, there might be some alternative ways, like this. I don't know if it's good, but it's something to think about. But maybe difficult to think about, but worth it. Maybe black has a push though, so it might be not best. Okay, in the game, it doesn't look promising for white. White now probably can still avoid a disaster if white chooses the perfect moves of, I don't know, a peep here is an interesting option. It creates some weakness. But it's very difficult because it might be as well that this peep is not any good, and like we don't really know if there is a good way, and even if there is, we don't know which one is that way. In the game, white plays this move, aiming at just creating an eye shape, and well, it makes sense, but unfortunately we live only in Ko. This also is a bit awkward. I think better to play here. Why not? I don't understand. Black captures, yes, and then white starts a Ko. Okay, but this threat is minus. Better to play not a minus threat. This is less of a minus for sure. And then black will have a threat, unfortunately. K6 instead of connection. Yes. White could play here instead of connecting. Yes, this would be a good move. If black plays here, then well, yeah, much better shape. Even if we die, then we get the outside. Maybe white was afraid that now black can just start the capturing race, but then white at least gets something in exchange. Like even if white dies without the capturing race, white gets a lot on the outside. So this was not a very inspired play by Cezary, and now white captures, black jumps out. Yes, this is good for black. White peeps, tries to make shape in the corner, and now a very bad move by black. Black played this, enclosing white's stones. Maybe now white stones cannot run. But why do we enclose them on such a small scale? Better to play here, better to play here, better to play here, better to play here. And best to continue, because white plays a very active move. And now white continues. This is very big, so now white is a bit back to the game. Black answered, and now white lived on a big scale. very good. And now white should just continue normally with this move or maybe with that move. But white tries to find something special. This, and white thinks that white found something special, but in fact white only lost additional points. White made black stronger, and yes, white split black, but this is not a great news. Black is strong in the center, and on the side, black will also manage easily, and white doesn't get anything out of it because white is anyway alive. Yes, and now double Hane is a good suggestion by Przemek. Yeah, so in the game it was like this. Now black plays this nice move. White attached and extended. And yeah, double Hane is a good move, and this is a move which we can see in Josekis. For example, in this Joseki, this is the strongest move of white. Double Hane, and then even though black can get out, white gets a strong shape. And here we have a very similar position. And again, extension is a bit weak. It's better to play double Hane if black połasi się, if black wants to capture that stone, then white gets a good result because white captures the corner. If black plays here, then of course it's good for white because black isn't closed and maybe black can add a move. Black needs to add a move. And if black plays here, then we don't care that black splits us because that group is anyway alive. Black will anyway in the game also will be safe, and we got stones on the side. So this makes much more sense for white. In the game, white crawls though, and just like I told you in the beginning that it was not shameful for white to create a wall around here, this wall is shameful. White doesn't get anything on this wall. It's completely useless because black is strong here. So white doesn't have an idea for this game at all. At this moment, we split black, all right, it's some gain, but also we lost something in the center. But we should continue normally, and we should play maybe here. And yeah, and that double Hane was also a good play. And if we just continue like this, then we don't get anything out of it. Black agreed on all of this, and then continues, well, maybe it's time to play on the side. It's a very big. Black is strong in the center, so white's group will be in trouble, and I don't think that white will now find time to play this move. Then I believe black will just cut. But black continues, and then white also continues, and this is a mistake. White needs to play a move like this and try to claim a lot of points. The cut doesn't work, so we don't need to be afraid of black's next move in this area. White continues though and gives black a chance to play this one. I think that it's a little bit misplaced. I would play closer to the wall. Now it's easy for white to choose a move. Black plays this shoulder hit. This is a nice play, strong one. Instead of just playing here, black plays this one. White Hannes once, then exchanges. Interesting. Maybe better to just connect. Or to play like this. Play like this because this group can still be in a little trouble. Like this, white is cut. But okay, black adds a move. Black plays a bit slow move now. Maybe white can still have chance in this game if black continues to play a bit slack and white gets a chance to attack this group and get something in the process. So maybe there is still a chance. This would be a dream of white. For now, black pushes. This is an annoying move. We don't really know where to play. We want to connect to erase the agi, but then it's not very powerful. This would be more powerful to play here, but then black's connection is center. White chose to play this move, but white missed that black has, or maybe no. Sorry. I thought that black has this possibility. I thought that this is smart, and then we cut and play here, but then we lose 3 stones. But we get more. So I think it would be smart by black to play like this. In the game, black played in the wrong order. Black played first this Atari, And now it doesn't work because now to this move white can answer here. So it would be better to play here immediately. If white plays here now, then white dies. So this was a slight mistake by black. Now white puts pressure. Okay. Not sure of this choice of white. Sorry. Maybe better to play here because black is still not completely alive. And like this, we give black the outside. And unfortunately, it matters because our group is still not completely safe. It got safe. But actually, if black really wants, if black feels really predatorous, then black can play like this. Maybe black didn't need such complications. Black just lets white live. But still, black has an advantage. Well, white should have added a move. But white didn't. White thought that there is no way to win this game. The advantage of black is too big, so white played elsewhere. But then, yeah, of course, this co is not a good news for white, and black has threats, so then white resigned. This is how the game finished. And I think that the most interesting in this game is the beginning, because somehow the game got defined by this beginning, and from the beginning it was difficult for white because white was a bit too attached to these stones. And if Cezary is watching this in a video, then I have just one message. That when I saw this moment of the game, I thought, oh wow, where is the correct move of white now? And I thought, like, not sure where it is, not sure where is the correct move of white now. But I bet that Cezary makes a mistake. I think that maybe Cezary lacks a little bit this one, how to proceed in such a situation. And well, it is Cezary who made the famous lecture about brnięcie, about continuing to play with the bad plan in the bad situation. And this is unfortunately exactly this. White brnie, white goes further into this wrong fight. I think that for Cezary, in such situations, a good thing is to think, okay, maybe I lost something, but in fact, there is still an agi. Maybe I don't need to touch it right away. I can just play elsewhere. If black adds a move, then in fact, black spent quite a few moves. Well, it can be compared with the situation if I play here. And it goes like this, right? And then, okay, yeah, it's a bit better for black because there are bad exchanges. But all in all, it's a normal position, right? Then these exchanges, yeah, not good, but we get two moves on the outside. So you don't need to play right away. You don't need to play right away. Maybe, maybe black doesn't answer now. Because, well, the position looks good for black locally. Maybe black continues elsewhere, but then after a few moves further into the game, you will notice that, well, it was a good idea to not move it right away because it's in fact not that interesting place. And oh, maybe after black plays a few moves, then we can think of nice ladder breaker, or I don't know, in fact, ladder maker, or maybe we can play something like this. Who knows? Maybe we can think out of the box. Maybe we can play here right now, but also we don't have to. It's all right if we play this move. It's all right. Black plays here and we play here. Black plays here and then, this will be a help in the fight. Maybe now we can pull out our stones. Or maybe we attach. We don't need to play right away. We don't need. But also this move was probably a little mistake. I don't know where is the correct continuation now. Maybe some unexpected move. Maybe something unexpected. Maybe a touch now. Who knows? But this was just this was an avalanche. Why it just failed? Why it just failed in this game, unfortunately. Okay, I think this is it. What I had to say about this game. Thank you all for coming. This will be all available on YouTube. Next week are going to be comments for Group B. Not next week. In 2 weeks. I think it's not too much waiting. In 2 weeks there will be comments for Group B and for more games also from, or maybe just for Group B. We will see if you play all of the games from the second and fourth round. But in 1 week at 5 we have the first lecture from the project Go for Everyone. I invite everyone to join. It is for free. I am not sure if the registration is still open. If you register for such a lesson, be there in 2 weeks. There is a tournament in Belfast. Okay. Yeah, but it is also available, like you can watch it live, even if you didn't register. It will be on YouTube of Challenge Samurai. And also it will be later possible to watch it. We aim at making it below 1 hour, so we will review a professional game on the first lecture, and I hope that it takes 45 minutes. It will be interactive. There will be more of this, but not each week coming. It will be roughly every second week. So we will announce when the next one will be. And all in English, so everyone can watch except for non-English speakers. Okay, already many questions about next week. Problem with DDK questions. But in fact the questions, like, they are. It's not like I chose the positions thinking of the levels of double-digit Q, single-digit Q done. I chose the positions. I chose 5 positions which are a bit interesting, and then we just thought like which is easier to understand for double-digit Q and which is more difficult to understand. So I think all of them are good for any level. Probably in general, these lessons will be a bit high level for double-digit Q, but I hope that I can explain well and then everyone can get something out of it. Okay, that's it. So again, invitation for that one. When you are 25Q, you're then play like Shodan. I didn't read that book. Okay, but what is the main lesson from play like Shodan? What is the one thing I am waiting to learn? So we have already, I think, 40 people registered. I think that's quite a lot. And it's very international. So yeah, I believe that the project will be big. Maybe it will have as many followers as players in Iglo, for example, or maybe even more. So again, big invitation to everyone, and I think we are done for today. Thank you all for coming, and see you next time.